quite a bit going over on UFO Twitter. There was a Jack Sarfati space, and kind of got me thinking about what I kind of wanted to talk about before I start my stream and gameplay. And one thing that I noticed immediately when I kind of got, you know, comfortable here on UFO Twitter, and I've been on social media not very long, maybe 2 or 3 years. I avoided it for a long time, all social media. Like, I even deleted Facebook, all that crap. But I started getting into ufology, and my sister made me a Twitter account and stuff. One thing I'm interested in is like the rules and etiquette of like content creation. Just kind of the social rules and standards that. Hey, you knock it off. My kitty's attacking me. The social rules and like the internet online communities kind of police their own on a lot of things. Like there's rules and norms that aren't, like there's nothing illegal about it, or but your community will call you on it, or even block you out for certain things, but not on UFO Twitter. It seems like on UFO Twitter, there really isn't any like rules of decency or journalistic integrity, or like it's just a fucking free for all. And I'm in this Jack Surfati space, and it's a decent space. The guy's completely full of dog shit. To me, it comes off like Trump propaganda. He's hating on liberal generals, saying they're going to cause the end of the world. But whatever. I'm listening to this space, and I'm just scrolling through the comments, seeing what people are kind of saying. And there's a giant fucking banner for Doomer Daddy. And it's his space like next week. And it's a space about fucking like crypto coin and the domain names that he ripped off from everyone. And first off, you don't fucking pitch your bullshit in somebody else's space. Like that's their content, bro. And I know this dickbag is gonna say something like, "Well, he's my friend." That makes it even worse, man. Like if one of my buddies put together, an interview space, would I go in there and start posting like, "Hey, I'm running a Twitch stream. Do you come hang out? Hey, I'm doing this next week. You guys check out my YouTube channel." Like, dude, that is such a high level of scumbaggery. It's off the charts on scumbaggery. And these guys just do it, and no one really notices or says anything, or they do notice and they just don't have the nuts to call it out. Besides me, I called it out, but I'm different. But Panda does this shit. Panda will go into someone else's space and be like, "Hey, Logan just started space. Everyone on speaker. Let's all go over there. Let's leave this person's space and all go over there." Dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, who are you people? What makes you think that you're, like, on another level where you can do shit like this? Doomer Daddy doing this. And then you go in and look at the fucking space that he was pitching, okay? This guy is the reason we're all fucking caught up in this domain name bullshit, okay? He's the one who did it. Everyone knows that. It was him and his crypto goons. They're playing some monetization bullshit on spaces. That's what they're trying to do. So these whack-offs will cause the issue, like the scam, say the monologue scam. Tupa, for example, Tupa and Panda, Darren ran into some lunatic in their space, got harassed, his phone started blowing up from this asshole, and they will be the cause of the problem. They caused it. Then they'll harvest it and cash in on it again. Like that's what Doomer is doing. You fucking asshole, you bought up all of our domain names, and now you're holding spaces talking about it, cashing in again, like growing an account, talking about the bullshit you did to all of us, and people are okay with this? It's just so fucking stupid, man. Nowhere else in any online community would this fly. Even niche little like weird communities like the Dark Side Phil detractor community that's surrounded by him. Dude, if you get clearly outed for scumbaggery where the majority of the community sees obviously you're engaged in like bogus monetization and rip-offs and lies, dude, they'll throw you the fuck out. Everyone starts trolling you and you have to leave. That's just the way it works. Like, but here on UFO Twitter, they've created this environment where, like, calling someone out on their absolute monetization scumbaggery is like being rude or trolling, or like, it's just so backwards. Like, there's just all these social internet rules that don't, like, they don't persist to UFO Twitter. It's so freaking crazy. For example, like Ocean and them tearing Darren apart about her whole fucking fiasco. That's her fucking drama, man. That's not Darren's problem. She's the one on Spaces acting like a lunatic. You're gonna blame Darren for that? Like, these are things that would not happen anywhere else. And a lot of it is this crew, this Tupa crew thing, this gatekeeper thing. They've like twisted all the social norms where Panda, can create a space that is such a dangerous, hostile environment that Darren goes into this space and has a conflicting point of view. And immediately his phone starts blowing up, and he starts getting threats, weird comments about his daughter. The only reason these guys know he had a daughter is because Panda was bringing it up in the space. So this fucking vile harassment comes out of a red panda and Tupacabra space, okay? Overflows into this guy's life. And instead of checking on him and then being like, look, dude, this isn't us. We don't know who this guy is. We're trying to figure it out. They hold more spaces. Like, laughing about it and harvesting the drama. And these complete fucking worthless human beings sit down there and eat it up and laugh emote. This is a real dude that is getting harassing phone calls. And you all think it's some game. It's a game until it happens to you. And that's the fucking problem. This skeezy girl that is trying to play the victim because her bullshit's getting called out. It's funny until it happens to you, until you're on blast, until you're being judged. And then you're crying because you're a mommy. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are some of the most nefarious wankers I have ever encountered in my life. And it's not just the internet. Like, these guys will. Oh man, it's just so bad. Here's another example. They're trying to fucking connect like Thomas Fessler and Disclosure Tonight, and they're trying to like pair him with Pop Tart. Like, see, he's connected with the guy in the clan robe. Fessler wouldn't even know who Pop Tart was if it wasn't for the Tupa crew platforming this guy. Nobody would. He was a nobody. This guy, nobody knew who the fuck this guy was until Tupacabra and these guys started putting him in their spaces. And everyone was DMing these guys and commenting, being like, that guy is a nut. Like, he's a racist. He will rant and talk about Hitler. He will do this. He will do this. And they ramped it up and started platforming him even more after people were outspoken like, this guy's kind of questionable, bro. They do it out of spite. And then when they upset Pop Tart and he starts blowing the whistle about the nefarious shit they're into, that they're actually getting paid to do all this crap allegedly, uh they all of a sudden start like destroying his reputation, like the picture of him in the clan robe everywhere. You guys were just hanging out with this guy. Like, just last week you had him in a space. So what the fuck are you doing? Like, oh, it's horrible for Mr. Fessler to mention what he said. Okay? That's, no way. But these guys can promote him in spaces for months on end, and that's, we're just going to forget about